Last night, UEFA did something it had never done before, and it was accidentally the most scientifically correct decision they've made in years. Yesterday's Champions League final, PSG versus Arsenal in Budapest, finished 1-1 after 90 minutes, with PSG winning 4-3 on penalties to retain the title. But here's what almost nobody was talking about. It kicked off at 6 p.m. local time, not the usual 9 p.m. UEFA said it was to optimize the fan experience. What they probably didn't realize is that a paper published in the Journal of Sports Sciences just 3 months ago essentially said, yes, do exactly that. Let me explain. Your body runs on a 24-hour internal clock. It controls when you feel sharp, when your muscles repair themselves, and when you release melatonin, the hormone that tells your body it's time to recover. Research shows that peak physical and mental performance for most people falls between 4 p.m. and 8 p.m., the worst time to play elite football, biologically speaking. Anything starting after 9 at night, which, until yesterday, was exactly when UEFA scheduled its biggest games. The authors of this 2026 review analyzed over 2,500 top league fixtures from 6 countries: Germany, England, France, Spain, Italy, and Turkey, during the 2024-25 season. They mapped those kickoff times against human melatonin secretion curves. A large chunk of these matches land precisely when the body's biological night is supposed to begin. And here's where it gets worse. Stadium floodlights emit blue-enriched light, same wavelength as your phone screen at midnight. Research cited in this paper suggests that kind of light can suppress melatonin secretion by between 50 and 80%. Your body is trying to wind down. The floodlights are telling your hormones to stay awake. The cost is measurable. Longitudinal cohort data in this review found that insufficient deep sleep is associated with up to a 60% increase in soft tissue injury risk. A year-long study found athletes sleeping 8 or more hours had better mood, better energy, and were less likely to get injured or fall ill. For youth players specifically, those sleeping fewer than 8 hours faced a 1.7 times higher injury rate. A survey of Qatar Stars League players found 68.5% had clinically poor sleep quality, with over a quarter showing signs of subclinical insomnia. Now, important caveat: this is a narrative review, not a controlled experiment. The authors synthesized existing research from other studies. These are associations, not proof of direct cause and effect. The paper is honest about its own limitations. Don't treat any single number here as the final word. But the core argument is hard to dismiss. Individual fixes don't work. Players popping melatonin and sitting in ice baths doesn't solve a structural scheduling problem. You need systemic change. Earlier kickoffs, mandatory 48 to 72-hour rest windows after transmeridian travel, stadium lights that shift from cool white during the match to warm amber after the final whistle, training facilities designed around sleep science from the ground up. UEFA's stated reason for moving yesterday's final was the fan experience. The paper's reason is human biology. 2 different arguments, same answer. Whether that alignment was intentional or not, honestly, we don't know. But this time, football and science ended up in the same place. Whether that survives beyond one final is, of course, a completely different story. If you found this interesting, a like genuinely helps the channel. I'm your good enough bloke. See you next time.